Hello, moment friends! Ending here for another episode of Eastern Gondor. When we last left off, we were getting ready to talk to Angbor, so let us do just that. Ending. What has kept you? You tell Lord Angbor of the Haradrim's unusual behavior at the Bacon Milnos, and Lady Turnus's concerns. If the forces became divided at the river, perhaps more of their numbers have fled into the trees to the south. I know of a settlement at the south called Halak, but my men and I will not travel so far to the south as we advance to the east. Yet, for once I agree with the lady. The Haradrim in Upper Lebanon must be defeated, if we are to leave these lands behind. I ask you that you travel to Halak, to aid the people, and if you are able, to aid the people there if you are able. It seems we must part ways again, my friend, but let us hope that our paths will once again align in Larsanach. Alright, so he's sending us down to this dark area that, if I remember right, is just going to be completely destroyed. So, that's the thing. So I'm guessing that the invasion is actually larger than they anticipated at first, but we shall see what happens here. Lots of animals all over. It's one thing that surprised me is how safe some parts of Gondor actually are. And, you know, there's not really these just NPCs wandering about. There's just these really large forces, and so it feels much more realistic, I think anyway. You have arrived at Halak, but it lies in ruin. Well, that's not good. At least there's some soldiers here. Oh man. That's a lot of rubble to clean away. Oh man. This is a sad day for Gondor. Alright. Whoa, what's down here? Oh. That is bad. Alright, let's talk.
How may I help you, friend?
Few come willingly to Halak these days, traveller. The Haradrim seek to oust us from our homes, but they shall not succeed. Not while I or the rest of the folk that remain still draw breath. If you will help us, we would be honored to count a champion among our number.
Gondor needs your aid.
You must forgive me, traveller, but I have much to do and little time in which to do it. Just today we endured our fourth assault by the Haradrim in recent days, and we are growing worse for the wear. Many of our supplies are scattered in the rubble of the attack, and the goods we stored away in our boats must be recovered. There are others who yet remain, as the Idrun or Gorhir, that may require aid in their tasks as well. I do have more yet to ask of you, but I cannot delay in my efforts any longer. When you have spoken to the others and gathered our supplies, I shall speak with you once more, and make this entire paragraph take even more of your time. Alright, lady. Let's pick up this sack of rations. Hey, 1 out of 6. All well mounted, nonetheless. Alright, let's see what we're dealing with here. A lot of stuff all over. There's another sack of rations. Is there one this way? Not openly apparent. Alright. Let's talk to Gore here.
How may I help you, friend?
They have gone again, but I am certain they shall still return. The Haradrim have crossed the Anduin into our lands, but many more still await to cross across its rushing waters.
They have taken so much from us, indeed, but we shall not be broken. It has been my charge to keep the fires lit and our stomachs full, but the Haradrim have made this task more difficult with each passing day.
These are troublesome times indeed.
We have endured numerous assaults by the Haradrim now, traveler. Many of our number were killed in the earliest attacks, and more still fled to Tumladen. But I shall not be moved. However, their archers are swift on their feet, and in the midst of the last assault they stole many goods of great import to us, including some of our food stores. Our people are determined, but we cannot maintain a defense if we are starved. If you can recover them from the archers, we shall be able to hold out for weeks to come. Okay. See if there's any more supplies back this way. Yes, there are. Is that guy shirtless? That is really weird looking. Okay, buddy. Yay, unloaded a boat. Whoa. That looks like an explosive bomb. That's not dangerous at all. It's not like a fire arrow could catch it on fire or anything. Alright, well, we'll help with this guy and the other people. So yeah, we have to recover the stolen goods, sack of rations, talk to all the people of the world, it would seem, and everything's leveling up. All sorts of good stuff. Alright, so see, this is... I wish you could do... imbue those, but you can't. Alright, so... very, very slowly making progress, but it doesn't need to level up overnight. Alright, let's head down this one and figure out what else is around. It's kind of peaceful while there aren't any Haradrim attacking. So I guess we just have random Corsairs helping us right now. Okay, that's not disconcerting at all. Alright, so we still have one more boat on the other side of the dock here. It looks like that there's one at the end of this dock that we were just at. Slow down. There's something at the end of this dock. Or... oh, there we go. Okay, now we just need the one remaining thing, which apparently is over there. So go and get it we shall. There we go. Alright, so let's see, now we need to talk to Idoran and also the other people. And recover the stolen goods from the archers, which I don't know where we're going to go to do that, but we'll get it done. Alright.
There's naught but ill omens these days.
If only there were more of us, I would take up arms against the vile men. But I fear that time has passed. We now hold out as best we can, but you might be able to stand against them. My folk and I have endured many assaults now. I have done my best to learn of the ways of the Haradrim. With this knowledge, I hope to leave them crippled at the hands of an able warrior. I wonder, are you such a man?
Oh, I am such a
These
man,
are
buddy.
troublesome times indeed.
Even after so many attacks, we still know little of the plans of the Haradrim, aside from... You just said you knew all the plans of the Haradrim. Oh my. I have seen their captains, or however they are named among their people, bearing small missives during their assaults on Halak. I do not know if these are letters they have seized from settlements they have already raised, or their orders from some unseen master. But I wish to know. For the good of all of Lebanon and beyond, I wish to know. You are a hale champion, and can stand against the Haradrim. If you seek out their leader near the banks of the Eru, you might be able to relieve them of these missives, and shed some light on their designs for Gondor.
How may I help you, friend?
After the Haradrim left Halak during one of their raids, I followed some of their forces, at quite a distance, of course. I saw them encamped along the banks of the Eru, and a few among them had set work on crafting crude bridge rafts. The crossing of the Eru are wide indeed, but these men seem to be preparing the way for an invasion. If their forces cross the entire southern span of the Eru, the people of Lebanon, Lothar, and even the White City would be indefensible. I ask that you burn their bridge rafts and slay the woodworkers who crafted them before they can use them to any vile end. Okay. Well, that seems pretty straightforward. Let's talk to this lady once more since we completed her quest.
These are troublesome times indeed.
Iron and Gondor here are good men, but they are not warriors. I trust they were interested in your aid as well. As for me, I have seen the strangest of things in recent days that no mortal man could accomplish. Could it belly the true might of our foes? I don't know what that word is. I assume that that's a real word. We're moving on.
How may I help you, friend?
I have something to ask you, Andang. Few others have heard me on this matter, but you seem to be the kind to heed strange tales from strangers. I heard of the old man's story. In my youth, I often traveled the lands of Lebanon, and spent much time upon the banks of its rivers. I knew the legends of our people, as did all the other children of Lebanon. But that was not the reason for my wandering. My father had taken ill in the summer, and the disease claimed him by spring. My mother went silent for a year's time, and all looked upon me as a child of madness and misfortune. My only respite was in walking the banks of the 5 rivers, and so I went. The Eru was nearest my home, and it too knew well of tragedy and death. It was there that King Elisar slew the usurper long ago, but many other fell and bloodied its shallows before the battle came to an end. It is said that the last of the 5 sisters, the lone lady of Eru, once looked upon our people with fondness, but the horrors that occurred in her waters led to spirit herself away. It may seem a different tale from my own, but I have not yet reached its ending. You see, I sat near the falls of the crossings one day, and was overcome by sadness of my family's fate. As I dried my tears, I saw something that has not left my mind in all my years. I saw the image of a woman's face gazing upon me from behind the falls. I dashed into the water and called out, but as soon as I drew close to the falls, the face had gone. To this day, I know the lone lady appeared before me, and ever since I have held close my belief in the sisters. The Haradrim do not respect our lands or rivers as we do, and they do not know to fear the ire of the five sisters. The lone lady should not again suffer the blood of men in her waters, and I ask that you seek her out at the crossing, as I once did. May she watch over Lebanon and keep us from the evils of war.
Alright. Well, we got ourselves a lot to do now. Okay, I wonder if we can exit the city this way. I doubt it. But we shall find out. Nope. Alright, we shall make our way back around and kill all the Haradrim and all that stuff. But first, I think that is the end of an episode. Thank you guys so much for watching another episode of Eastern Gondor. When we return, we will once again be questing amongst Eastern Gondor, of course, and hopefully help out this village from the immense loss that they suffered. But till then, thank you guys so much, and I'll see you again real soon for another episode of Eastern Gondor.
Thank you guys so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, feel free to hit the like button below. And if you'd like to see more of my daily content, feel free to subscribe, and you'll be notified when that new content comes out. And also, if you'd like to help support my channel and help me continue to create high quality videos, feel free to support me on Patreon, and you can get all sorts of great rewards in the process. So thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you again real soon for another video.